All right, today we're going to do something that sounds, well, impossible. We're going to listen to the sound of a black hole. Now, how can that be? How can we possibly hear anything from the total vacuum of space, let alone from something that traps even light? Well, let's dive in and find out.
So, have you ever heard the sound of a black hole? I know. It totally sounds like a trick question, right? I mean, we're all taught that space is completely silent. But what if I told you that scientists have actually recorded a sound from one? Yeah, the answer is way cooler and more complex than you'd think.
Okay, before we even get to the sound itself, we gotta tackle the big elephant in the room. How is there any sound in space to begin with?
You've heard it a million times. Space is a vacuum. And sound, well, it needs something to travel through, right? Like air or water. It needs a medium. But out there, in that huge emptiness between the stars, there's basically nothing. So, in space, no one can hear you scream. Or so we thought. So, to figure out how we get sound from silent, we first have to get our heads around the incredible thing that's making the noise. Let's talk about what a black hole actually is.
The textbook definition is kind of straightforward. It's just a spot in space where gravity is so unbelievably strong that nothing, and I mean nothing, not even light, can get away. It's like the ultimate one-way street. Once you cross that line, the event horizon, that's it. There's no coming back.
Honestly, the best way to picture it is like a giant cosmic vacuum cleaner. But believe me, it's not just sucking up dust from under the sofa.
Nope, its gravitational pull is so powerful it just devours anything that drifts too close. We're talking meteors, entire planets, even huge stars just get gobbled up and vanish forever. And the craziest part? Not even light, the fastest thing in the entire universe, can outrun it.
And if you think that's wild, what happens once you're inside a black hole is where things get truly mind-bending. It's a place where everything we think we know about reality just stops working.
Okay, so think about our world. Here, time marches forward, space exists in 3 dimensions, and the laws of physics are, well, they're laws. They work. But inside a black hole, scientists are pretty sure all of that just falls apart. Time, space, the very fabric of reality as we understand it, it's gone.
So, let's put it all together. We have this inescapable void where physics goes to die, sitting in the middle of a silent vacuum. So, how in the world did NASA hear anything coming from it?
Okay, so here's the trick. The key wasn't the black hole itself, but what's around it. See, NASA scientists were looking at the Perseus galaxy cluster, and this thing is massive. It's a huge collection of galaxies all floating around in this giant cloud of super hot gas. What they found was that the giant black hole in the middle was sending out these massive pressure waves, rippling through all that gas, kind of like dropping a stone in a pond. They couldn't hear it, but they could see the ripples as data.
So let's be super clear here. This doesn't sound like you and I hear it every day. That huge gas cloud acted as the medium for the pressure waves to travel through. What NASA did was they took the data from those ripples and basically translated it into a note, a frequency that our human ears can actually pick up. It's a process called data sonification. And to make it audible, they had to pitch it up a lot. We're talking quadrillions of times higher than the original frequency. And this is so cool because it shows that these sound waves are blasting huge amounts of energy from the black hole out into the galaxy, and that actually affects where and how new stars are born.
So, what you're about to listen to is the translated voice of a cosmic monster, all the way from 250 million light years away. It's pretty eerie. You ready for this?
Wow. That right there, that is the sound of the supermassive black hole at the heart of the Perseus galaxy cluster. It's this deep, kind of ghostly hum, literally the voice of one of the most powerful and mysterious things in the entire universe.
Hearing something like that just makes you wonder, doesn't it? For so long, we just assumed space was silent, but it turns out it's humming with vibrations and waves that we're only now learning how to translate. It really leaves you with one big, fascinating question. What other secrets are out there in the dark, just waiting for us to figure out how to listen?